Let's get a strobe. What does that do? Oh my god.
Yo, I don't know if they're necessary for this.
Everything is necessary.
Wow.
How do I stop it? Okay, there we go. Ah, that's really bright.
Monkey. Moo. There we go.
So you might as well start it, because
Ah.
I wasn't here for writing this. I wasn't here for any of it. I wasn't even here for most of the compositional side of the drumming for this. I just came in and recorded it.
Oh yeah. Well, you did the drums for it though on the recording, did you?
Yeah, but that was already a blueprint of what already existed.
Oh yeah. Well, this song was.
Please don't get that close again. Fuck me.
This close. This close.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh god.
Bass boost that.
I don't need to. It's already bass boosted. Oh my god.
This one was Denial. We're on about Denial.
This is
from
Denial.
Stages to Osiris. It was actually written when we were at school, so you were there for the writing process of this.
Yeah, I might have been there, but I didn't do anything.
It was only the beginning bit, like the first minute, was written when I was at school because I wanted to make a Dream Theater song, basically.
What, the piano bit? Was it written on the piano? That first.
Well, that piano in the beginning is me actually playing the piano, not programmed. Everything's usually programmed, you know.
That's true. That's true.
But I actually did play that. So there you go. Multi-instrumentalist.
Fantastic.
In fact. But that was
on the actual recording it was played?
Yes.
As well?
Yeah.
Where did you record that then?
Well, it was played through MIDI in a MIDI instrument, but instead of me programming it, it's actually me playing it. So if you really listen, there's some very...
Same, really,
Not really, no. Well, I was about 14 when I wrote that. I don't know if I was...
Still shit. No. No, I really like that piano intro. I think that's the best intro to an album and song that you've probably written.
I wrote the bass riff as well, but then we developed it. But so I basically, the first minute of that song was written when I was about 18, I think, or 17. Yeah, it was just meant to be chunky, riffy, Dream Theater-y.
This is a very Dream Theater-esque song.
Yeah, and then after that, I didn't touch it again for about 3 years.
Did we start looking at that one properly in terms of recording? We'd already released it before lockdown, hadn't we?
Oh.
Did we not? We played it.
Yeah, we played it. So we did.
We didn't release it.
So it was actually I finished writing it for one of my compositions at uni. It was in first year. Yeah, so that's when it was finished, and then throughout uni, me and the original members played it a lot, and then you joined, and
we didn't play it.
We were gearing up to release, to get it ready to release, and then you did learn it, and we did play it at Colchester.
Chelmsford.
Yes.
I've yet to play in Colchester.
Colchester.
We've got fans there that will have us.
Do we? Yeah.
There's the other two that live just down the road. That's three.
Yeah.
Three fans.
Yeah. Yeah, we played it at that show. The whole point of that song, though, was because that album is a concept album, and it's each stage of grief, which we'll probably get into in later episodes. But this one, I wanted a song where nothing out of the sections, it doesn't repeat. So once it's had a section, it moves on to a different section, and you won't hear that one again. So you keep denying everything that comes along. That was the point.
Next.
No. Well, there was something else when I realised we forgot to talk about this in one of the other episodes. There was a few gigs we did between you joining and lockdown. And it was that first Manchester one where it was just me and you.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Did we play it then?
No. But I just think it's a fun story.
Yeah.
We forgot to talk about it before, but essentially, it was when we were a trio. Bassist was ill the day of the gig, and he was like, "Cancel it." I was like, "No, we can't do that." So we went fully prepared to have the worst show ever, really. And you'd been in the band about a week, I think.
At that point,
it wasn't.
It probably was.
It was about October time.
Yeah. I remember on the way to that gig, you were just frantically trying to get together a backing track that would work with the bass tracks that you had.
Yeah,
so we didn't even have all the ones that we wanted, did we? We were just kind of like, okay, so we've got ones for this one, and this one. Like, fuck it, they're in the set. Yep, that one. Yep, fuck it, that's in. Just any ones that we had, we were just like, yep, just put it in.
I was drastically programming some synth that would work as well. I remember we had to.
That was fun.
We got a synth and then we just whacked a load of distortion on it. It was like, yeah, that was.
Did we? What, for the bass? That's amazing. I didn't remember that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then we arrived at Manchester and
excuse me.
Oh, bass boost that. Well, we arrived at Manchester but the system we were using was really dumb. Well, it wasn't dumb. It was cost efficient, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
It ran off my phone, which was dodgy at the time anyway. And it had a left and a right, and the right was the click, and the left went to front of house, I think. And it just ran an audio file off Google Drive, and they were panned, so the click was panned to the right. But the only way I could get it was to get the song from my laptop, because it's the most awkward thing ever, transferring something from a Windows to an iPhone, at least at the time, and the rubbish system we had. So we had to upload it to Google Drive, so we had to find a Starbucks to get the free Wi-Fi to upload it. It was literally around the corner from the venue, because we got there quite early.
We got there early deliberately so that we could do that, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, and then got it on the phone. Shit. Yeah, and then we played the show. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we did that.
I liked it.
We did that. Well, it gave us an opportunity to just jam stuff, didn't it? Because we did that little jam section where we just threw together.
Oh yeah. So before we even went on, we were like, we don't really have a long enough set. Shall we just chuck a bunch of songs we know together?
Yeah.
Without a click and no bass. So we opened with Metropolis Part 1, and then it went into Megadeth.
Oh.
It was basically just chugging on the E, really. And then it went
any song that was in E that was easy to remember.
And then it went to the ending riff of Fatalist, which has a whole story to it, which you probably don't know anyway. But yeah, I thought that was a fun story.
It was a good gig. It turned out to be a good.
And we got our
good time. We did. I think it showcased the fact that we could improvise around a bad situation quite well.
Yeah. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah. And now we're two people anyway, so foreshadowing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a little bit of foreshadowing.
But yeah, back to this song though. It was beginning of lockdown. I remember we finished Exulansis. We did that gig, and then we were working on it because we were wanting to release it over the next few months, each song. Yeah. Which we did, even though it went to lockdown. So I remember I stayed in my house in Leeds for a bit because everyone was getting a bit freaked out about COVID. So everyone else in the house had gone other than me and the bass player. And we were trying to figure out how to record this stuff. And then the announcement hit that was like, oh, we gotta stay at home. So I was like, well, I can't stay in Leeds. Otherwise I'll be here for ever without any money, basically. So I had to evacuate that night, pack everything up. And then got back here and then recorded that album, basically, over the few months. Learned a lot from doing that album, I think, though it was not the right way of doing it, but it worked.
It was a moment in time of for what it was, but is by no means perfect in terms of writing and recording, but it's a learning curve, isn't it?
But originally it was meant to be way back when, way before you started. So when the band started, we did those first songs, and then I always wanted to do one about the stages of grief. But it was going to be a double album, and one side the first one was going to be before, and then the second one was after, and that was going to be the 5 stages. And then the first half was really bad. But Reactionary was on that, which is the next song, what we're going to talk about, which I'll go into more depth in a bit. But all of those tracks, I think, now have been reworked.
Right.
Or re-released. Because it was... The first half was Countdown. The song that turned into Dave.
That was reworked, so that was a song...
That's been about ages. The Reactionary was on there, and then it was Collapsing Reality on that first one. And then the second half was Denial, and then it kept going. And it was going to be one song, kind of like how Fear of Being Forgotten was. And then I was going to split it up. But I just wasn't capable of writing that. But I think it made more sense, because those songs kind of, after writing, I was like, these kind of make sense with what I'm going for, and then I adjusted them and made them fit the concept a bit better. But I guess next episode we'll talk about Reactionary and that writing process.
How amazing that one is.
Yeah, cool. Next time.